What will trucks of the future really do for us? We'll find out as soon as we driver's seat of the new 2021 F-150, courtesy of the wizards of wheels, the truck engineers at Ford. Some new features are wow, some are clever, and some we're not too sure if we'll use. But let's see what you think. It's not a completely new F-150, but like Christmas presents, once you get past the wrapping, there are some terrific surprises inside. If you hate electronic features, get a good grip on your armchair, because you're not going to like what's coming. But if you're ready to embrace the future, you'll be pleasantly surprised at how soon it gets here. Ford says this is the toughest and most productive F-150 ever, and the most powerful truck in its class. Let's find out if they can back up these claims. The exterior of the F-150 is pretty much the same, but there are subtle differences and features that we really like, especially the ones that enhance performance. The wheels have been pulled out 3/4 of an inch to give the F-150 a slightly wider, more stable, and more aggressive stance. They also say that the front fender has been raised, so the F-150 now has a larger diameter tire. And although it's only a 3% improvement, this is the most aerodynamic F-150 with active grille shutters which automatically close at cruising speed. Ford has also implemented an active air dam. We like it because it will retract 100% for off-road terrain, which means it'll probably be the only air dam we haven't torn off on the trail. It automatically drops 3/4 of an inch for slow cruising and fully deploys at 40 miles per hour or better to get better fuel economy. The familiar C-clamp headlamp design hasn't changed, but in addition to halogen and LED, there is also LED with what Ford calls dynamic bending, in which the headlamps articulate to lead your truck around curves. Not a new idea, but a good one. And we're glad to see a safety and performance feature like this available in the F-150. Speaking of lights and lighting, there's more of it. The familiar C-clamp design is in the taillights, there's zone lighting around the perimeter of the truck, and more lighting in the bed, including on the new tailgate that functions as a work table. A lot of folks use their tailgates as workbenches, and with this in mind, Ford has made them even better. There's an integrated ruler, cup and pen holders, and a spot to hold your mobile device. C-clamp pockets are now built into the top of the tailgate, so when you fold it flat, you can secure material for cutting and drilling. There are additional cleats in the tailgate to use as tie-downs, as well as bottle openers. While the C-clamp pockets are a clever idea, most folks like us traveling with a skill saw and a power drill will have a couple of proper workhorses to get the job done. We can't take this feature too seriously as yet, but maybe it will be useful for some campsite cutting or trailside repairs. What we do take very seriously, and we're excited about, is the fully integrated portable generator. Hauling around a generator at the farm or to a work site is never fun, especially when you don't expect to need one and have to make an extra trip to get it. We just finished a job at the farm putting tin on a shed roof. Having a generator on board would have been easier than hauling a generator out to the field. An onboard generator doesn't take up space in the bed, which is especially handy when you've already got a full load of 3/4 inch ply. Nor do you need to carry fuel for the generator. Ford offers 3 generators providing 2 to 7.2 kilowatts of power. You decide if you need enough to power lights, music, and a mini fridge for a tailgate party, or enough for a small crew to frame a house. We like that it's available across all the trim levels, so you don't have to shell out cash in an upper trim for features that you don't need or want in order to get the generator. But you don't get something for nothing in life, and aside from the cost, which we don't know yet, the generator will add weight, which will reduce your payload capacity. Now we know some folks get twisted up about cosmetics, and for them, Ford offers 13 different wheels from 17 to 22 inches and 11 different grills, so they can make the #1 selling truck in North America a little bit their own. Now let's take a look at the interior, where we'll find some very clever features and future-forward software design. In a case of better late than never, Ford F-150 owners get a choice of 2 larger touchscreen options. XL and XLT now come standard with an 8-inch screen to replace the outgoing 4.2-inch screens, which have gone the way of the flip phone. And a 12-inch screen is standard on XLT High Series and up. Ford says they've placed their touchscreens in a landscape orientation sideways, as opposed to portrait up and down, like the Ram, to allow more room for analog dials and switches down below. The upside to a vertical orientation like Ram's is when you switch to a split screen, you get two viewable landscape screens. But anyone that drives in a cold winter has to wear gloves, and they'll appreciate nice, easy to use analog switches that you get from Ford's landscape design. Trying to find space to put your laptop down while you're working in the cab can be a frustrating experience. Some of us spend quite a bit of dough trying to get it right. In a stroke of brilliance, the engineers at Ford allowed the shifter to fold out of the way. Brilliant! A folding work table then opens up, and you can get to work on your laptop or use it to eat your takeout. It may sound like an extra complicated way of getting a usable flat surface, but it does mean that we get to keep our traditional shifter without having to resort to a button or a dial shifter, which is the new normal in other trucks. Looking past your steering wheel, you'll find a 12-inch digital instrument cluster, which is more configurable than ever before, with slick graphics that appear as you select different drive modes for different road conditions. From experience, we can tell you that this is really cool for about a week, and then you'll never even know they're there. But until then, and for everyone who borrows your truck, it's impressive. If trying to figure out all the ways you can configure your screens and instrument clusters tuckers you out, here's a feature we love: driver and passenger seats that fold flat like first-class seats in a transatlantic flight. Tired and need a 15-minute break? Recline 180 degrees and get some shut-eye. Your passenger gets the same first-class treatment, which is especially helpful if that person is also your co-pilot. With an SUV, you have tons of interior space, but when engineering a truck, you have to be smarter and more efficient than SUV engineers. Ford has tricked out the F-150 with storage space in the glove box and extra storage in the center console and in the door panels. Most importantly is the new lockable storage under the rear seat, which we get without giving up the benefits of the flat load feature. Most of the powertrain options are familiar to F-150 owners, but there are a couple of welcome tweaks, starting with the runt of the litter, the 3.3-liter V6, which has finally made it to the 10-speed transmission that the rest of the lineup already has. This means the most affordable engine should see an improvement in fuel economy and a smoother driving experience. The 2.7-liter and 3.5-liter EcoBoost are back, and Ford says they now make up 60% of F-150 sales. The 5-liter V8 gets cylinder deactivation tech for better fuel economy, and the 3.0-liter diesel Power Stroke returns unchanged. The new kid on the block is the 3.5-liter PowerBoost V6 Hybrid, which is available on all Super Crew models from the XL trim level and up. It's probably only available on Super Crew because the electric motor that's attached to the transmission makes the whole unit a little bit longer. Ford says it's their 4th generation hybrid technology optimized for truck customers. It's the 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 engine, a 35 kilowatt electric motor integrated into a 10-speed transmission, and a compact 1.5 kilowatt liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery. The battery is tucked underneath the load floor between the frame rails, so Ford says PowerBoost equipped trucks will have the same cabin and cargo space as all the other Super Crew trucks. The system uses regenerative braking energy capture to recharge the battery, as well as using the 35 kilowatt motor, which actually translates into about 47 horsepower. While Ford isn't telling us exactly what the torque and horsepower numbers are, they promise they are targeted to be the highest of any light-duty truck. Now, the 2020 3.5-liter EcoBoost cranks out 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Best in class could mean there will be even more ponies and twists than that, unless, like the Ram 1500 Hybrid, the system doesn't add the extra jam at the top end, but instead provides a boost throughout the same range. This is still good, as it will improve acceleration when towing and when you're carrying a heavy load. They also say the PowerBoost will have a minimum of 12,000 pound max tow. And as good as 12,000 pounds is, the 2020 F-150 XL Super Crew in a 4x2 with a 3.5-liter EcoBoost and a max tow package is able to drag 13,200 pounds around. So 12,000 pounds of max tow is a little light for the hybrid. Now, this lower estimate may be a result of the extra weight in the truck from the generator and the hybrid system. Ford hasn't revealed the fuel economy numbers for the PowerBoost, but they have said it should get over 700 miles on a single tank. Since the tank size is 30.6 gallons, we're looking at a fuel economy rating of better than 22.9 miles per gallon, probably in a 4x2 XL on the highway. Now, since the current 2020 4x2 3.5 liter gets 25 miles per gallon on the highway, we're looking at a comparable but not outstanding set of numbers, unless the hybrid can get closer to 800 miles per tank. The upside is that the extra torque and horsepower in the PowerBoost should outperform the existing 3.5 liter while towing. Official EPA numbers are coming later this year. At the end of the day, the 2021 F-150 has some terrific new features to make the cab more comfortable, secure, and a better place to work, while improvements in the tailgate and the addition of an onboard generator can make working and playing from the business end of the truck a lot more fun and productive. Driver assist features have come up a couple of notches, and many more are now included across the line, making the more affordable trims a better value than the 2020 versions. The new 2021 Ford F-150 will be rolling into driveways this fall. Now, we've added links below for the complete 2021 F-150 technical specs, as well as the layout of the new PowerBoost system. What new features can you see yourself using? And what's your take on hands-free driver assist? Is it good or dangerous? Please let us know in the comments below. Ford says they took over 18,000 photos and shot 600 hours of video with Ford consumers to find out how they use their trucks. They won't let you comment on their videos, but we know they watch our channel, so this is your chance to share your opinion with Ford. If you enjoyed this video, share it. Smash that like button. Let us know what you want to see reviewed. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and ring that bell so you're the first to be notified when a new video comes out. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails.